Hi guys, and welcome back to another Chris's Gaming channel. Oh, and we got an issue already. Did not want that today. Right, so I don't think we have sound on the desktop. Let's just double check a second. Right, that's coming through. Right, just going to reload Train Simulator up now a second. I was going to try a scenario, but that's failed, so reload it back up again. Hope everyone's keeping well. It's been a while since I've done Train Simulator 2022. I will be showing off a new scenario which I've currently made. This train has never run on these lines. Not that I'm aware of. I've never seen a 185 run between Cardiff and Bristol. So the one scenario I created is actually on loan from Trans-Pennine Express, the Great Western Railways. That is basically... I created that scenario between 2006. I think it's either June or May. I think it might be May or might be June. But I will be showing that off tonight. It is still a work in progress, so just let you know that there will be some changes. But fingers crossed that one works perfectionly, hopefully. But I'm not going to do that one yet. I'm going to start off hopefully Cambridge to Kings Lear. I know the full route of this is actually out now from ATS, but I still have the demo version to come out, so not the full version. So I'm hoping. So I'm going to go into settings. This. Oh, I pressed the wrong button then. That's not thinking. As soon as I get it all set, I will bring the game screen. As you can see on the driver's box camera today, we're still using TS's controllers, PBC, the door panel, the emergency button, which is linked to the DSD, which is those two, and also our AWS button. Be nice eventually to get all this working in Train Sim World 2. Right, so I'm gonna have to come out of this a minute. Because I pressed the wrong button again. That's Russian. Yep, and we all know a technical fault, so something's going on with Train Simulator tonight. That's twice I've tried to play it now and I've got a memory fault. So I won't try that route now, we'll try something else. I might have it on the Southwestern Express, actually. Might start off with a quick drive and get that working. Well, we'll soon see now. Just wait for it to reload again. When it wants to load. Alright, so I think we'll do a quick drive this time. Or should we just try another scenario? I'm going to try see if I can get another scenario to load up a minute. If it does crash, then something I will have to investigate at a later time. Anytime today, please. Thank you. First time in ages I play this now and I seem to be having problems. Alright, so I'll do a quick drive. Let's do a scenario if we can find a good one to do. Alright, so you'll know some... nothing there. Yeah, right. Westbury to Cheltenham Spa. Only going as far as Chippenham, well that's no good. Well, a little bit longer than that if I can get one. No, it looks like that's the only one that's going to load up. Got Worcester to Weymouth. Nope. Right, we'll start off with this half an hour scenario now, which will be 2 Mike 17 Westbury to Cheltenham Spa. So we'll only be going as far as Chippenham, so this isn't a class 150/2. Fingers crossed this one's going to load. When it does, I'll give the game screen. So I'll just turn the desktop audio off a minute. Otherwise you're going to hear a lot of bump 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 if it doesn't work. Which I have noticed on my computer started doing that now. Secure it in there. This is playing hell with the green screen, so I'm going to take it off a minute. Ah, God. Ugh. Right. Of course, I have the master key for the door panel, which I'll put in a second. Pardon me. Let's put it ready. Right then, so let's give you the game screen in 2, 1. Okay, game screen, so let's take that off second because it's not a work in progress, this one. Okay, so we're coming out at Westbury in the class 150/1. So, good evening driver, please set up your cab and release the doors prior to your 1932 departure service heading towards Cheltenham Spa. You will work as far as Chippenham. Okay. So unpause that. And our head code was 2 Mike 17. And our signal number is... I have to go and get that in a minute. Come on. 2 Mike 1. No, it's no good. 111. Lights on. Seconds. No, don't want that. Right, the PVC doesn't seem to be working properly. That's strange, the PVC's not working with the 158. I have to get that looked at, actually. We are not going anywhere. I just released the brakes. No, we ain't going anywhere. Counter's going up, but we're not moving. Oh, this is all I need tonight. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna reset the PVC controls a minute before we take off. Luckily we've got no time to get there. Alright, 2 seconds. Right, change of plan. We can't use the PVC at the minute, so I'll turn it off for a minute. That is a bit strange why that is not working. Let's try it again. Right, there's definitely something wrong with that. That is strange, that is definitely not working. Alright, 2 seconds, I'm going to have to see if I can run as administrator. Alright, 2 seconds guys, I'm just going to bring the home screen back on and let's just pause it. Right, I'm just putting the screen back on the mix. I'm going to minus train sim a minute. We don't want to know the icons are gone. And the streaming software is gone. One problem after another. DS interface. All options, run as administrator. Right. Right, so let's see, that's all at the minute, so... So I can't use the PVC, so I have to use the keyboard, unfortunately. Right. Hopefully we can get it working for the next one. Alright, leave that there like it is. I have to get that looked up. So even this train's not even moving either, so there must be a problem with the train. Right, well, to make it easier, let's just restart it and see if that's any issues. This is all I need now if this is going to go down. Right, if you'll reload the PVC back up. I don't know why it does this now and again. This is actually moving. Right. Right, once I get this looked at, I might actually have to send this over to Dan. Oh, the only thing I could do is re-download the 150/2 pack. That could be it. It's all set to try it. Hopefully we're going to move this time. Right, finally. So it looks like we got an error with this. Right, so finally on our way to Chippenham. Those look okay. Next station stop is Trowbridge. Due to calling at Trowbridge, Overspeeding then. Trowbridge on the approach. Close to the platform now. Okay, Trowbridge will be our next station call. Better slow down a bit more, don't overshoot the platform. Right, our next station stop on the road 5.4 miles. Oh. I've never had a problem with this train with the PVC controller. That's the first issue I've had today. Oh god, it's too hot in this room. Okay, so we got 40 followed by a 20. And we're back up to a 60. Well, it's 25 now. Okay, we're over the junction. Back up to 40 and back up to 60. 60 for us, 40 for freight. Clear. I might actually message Daniel while we're driving. So like guys, the emergency brakes have come on for no apparent reason. I'll get these reset and we'll be on our way shortly. Sorry guys, I lost desktop audio as well, so hopefully everything's back up and running now. Long way off the signal yet. Hopefully Dan will respond back to me if he's not too busy. I gotta overshoot the platform now and trying to message Dan at the same time to fix a problem for me. If you can help me. PBC. Love it where the text you read always likes to mess up. I will update my AP pack just to make sure. Of course, it will be a short platform, won't it? Not big enough for two cars, only one car we can get in there. Just get my fan controller there. Right, Chippenham in about 6 miles. Get rolling. So it should be there within under 9 minutes. By the time I reach 40, we should be in the 60 zone. Hopefully. And we are. Good tonight for a change. Right, sorry about that, guys. Dan's just messaged me back now from TS Controllers, so he is aware of the situation. So I have let him know I'm actually streaming live. So if he might not pop in, but if he did pop in, I can give him a little demonstration before I get to Chippenham. If not, I'll just stop the train now a second, and I'll just create a little video and send it to him. Right, okay guys, I'm going to pause just for a second because I'm just going to send Dan a video, so I'll stop the train here a second. Okay guys, give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. Right, sorry guys, just have to send a little video to Dan to just show the problem. Right, we're on our way. Fingers crossed it works with the next train. This is a little video of what I was experiencing. Hopefully the next scenario, which should be my work in progress one, runs a bit more smoother, hopefully. Now roll speed in. Trying to make up for lost time now. Okay, so we're now crossing over on the line now towards Chippenham, which runs from Bar. So if you're going from Bar, you'll be going down this road line now, so we just connected back on. So we just take a little, because we were in Westbury. Now if we carry on going via Trowbridge, Braffon-on-Avon and Freshford, we can branch back on into Bar. But if you left Bar, you'll be going straight down this line, and we've just come from the diverting line, which mainly most of the freights go through from Westbury to this way. So I've taken the master key out for the time being now. So I have sent Dan a little message. That's why I just paused the stream a second, so I could send him a little video and show him exactly what it does. When I put it into forward, it jumps straight to neutral. So hopefully he will be able to have a look and maybe resend it. 125 miles an hour speed limit now, which is good. Even though we won't be doing 125. And we got a heavy thing. Oh, 59. I haven't seen a 59 in ages. I'll train sim. Okay, Chipman is our next and final station stop. So we're gonna not come in too fast. We're just gonna coast all the way and now and come to a gentle stop. And then we'll go back to the main screen where I'll load up my work in progress scenario, which is a 60 minutes. And if I've got time after that, I'm going to squeeze another one in if it doesn't crash. But we'll see what happens. Okay, let's bring it down to step 2. Too quick on the brakes. Back up the thrust. Things I drive so many different trains. So many braking is different, so many acceleration is different. I should really just stick with one train. Step 1, come to a nice gentle stop. There we go, past the mark, to the forecast stop. Well, I say, walk straight in front of the tracks, why don't you? High speed train, you be dead, mate. Alright, doors are open. Lovely. Right, that scenario's done, so right, so that's now complete, so let's just load up the next one now. Let's change the PVC control now to a 5. Right, just gotta find my scenario now. I think it's in the Southwestern Main Line. We are looking for CBF. No. Ah, there it is. Right. Right, so this is a scenario I've been creating now for the last 2 weeks. And I'm about to show it back in a second. Need a drink. Nice, you know, nice cold fan in your bedroom, keeping your drink nice and cold. Oh, I needed that. Right, so fingers crossed, this is now going to work with the 185. Which I tried on a little dummy run and it worked fine, so fingers crossed it does. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to use the keyboard. But fingers crossed it does. I keep checking my phone on Facebook in a minute. Hopefully the new 800/803 from Armstrong Powerhouse, which I've been waiting for quite a while to have an IET with full sounds, diesel and electric bi-mode. So there's been a couple of teasers out today. Couple of scenario saying that just doing some final touches to the scenario and then releasing the actual sound pack. One coming from diesel and then switching to electric. Yeah, Armstrong Powerhouse, Richard, take my money right now because I want it. If it's 30 quid, I'm having it. It's going to be one of those expansion packs that I cannot wait to get. Bear in mind, the only good thing about that is you're driving on electric lines. Not electric. You can do both. One train go ding dang do, which I can't wait for. I know there's a couple of freeway routes out there now for the Southwestern Main Line, where some of the creators out there and route builders have actually electrified most of the line. I think the version I got goes as far as Swindon. But I know somebody is working on one from Cardiff all the way down. So when that comes out, that will be brilliant. Because if I only got electrified lines as far as Swindon, means I can drive from Paddington to Swindon electric, and then switch then to diesel, which I can't wait for. And judging by the sounds, they sound amazing. Like I said, Richard from Armstrong Powerhouse, just take my money and let me buy it. Then the minute I can, and start streaming it. Right, so we're at Garda Central and we're on this Trent Pennine Express train that's on load. So let's just pause that a minute so you can quite read it. That needs to be worded a bit better, but that is down to my team who have been helping me. I've done the worst bit, basically putting all the trains in there, working all the timetables, and they've done the donkey work, which is the easy work. Right, I already know what it means, so let's get on. Now that works perfect, straight into forwards. So it's obvious it is not this on the software, it must be that particular train. Right, so this service we are... So this is the ATS 185, which is available to actually buy from ATS now, and trust me, it is worth the money. If you're playing the other scenarios that come with it, it comes with also an announcement software which they've actually managed to get sorted, which you can program. I will show that in a different video, but eventually I hope to actually drive this train now and will fully announcements, but it is worth the money. Right, so we've got to set this train. Put that in neutral in a minute so I can stop that DSD going off. So we are to Victor 45. And we are currently at signal number 125 at Cardiff Central. That is what the announcements will work on other scenarios, but we will get to that again. This is the most important one. Acknowledging the TPP. Right, the doors are open, so keep on full service for now. There's the wood on his way now down to Brickberry. It's come all the way from Exeter, hauled by a Class 66 Colas Rail. So we are currently at Cardiff Central Platform 2. We are waiting for the Carmarthen to London Paddington to arrive on Platform 1. As soon as he clears, we will have the road towards Newport. This service will be calling in at Newport, Filton Abbey Woods and Bristol Temple Meads. Service does not call in at Seventown Junction or Patchway. Majority of Portsmouth Harbour services now, in this day and age from now, actually calling out at Seventown Junction and then Filton Abbey Woods. Occasionally, if you're getting the Taunton service, that will call in at basically all stations apart from Lawrence Hill and Stapleton Road going towards Taunton. Normally our service will start at Cardiff, we'll then call in at Newport, Filton Abbey Woods, Bristol Town Meads, Bath Spa, Bradford-on-Avon, Trowbridge, Westbury, Warminster, Salisbury, Romsey, Southampton Central, Fareham, Cosham, Fratton, Portsmouth Southsea and Portsmouth Harbour. But the route to there hasn't fully been made. It has been made on other parts of the route, so you can drive like from work into Portsmouth Harbour. Like I said, with the South Western Express we are on now, you can drive from Bristol Temple Meads to Westbury, and I can go on to the South Western main lines where I can drive in from Southampton Central all the way to Bournemouth. So there is a route coming out. Eventually we will be able to drive, I believe, from Romsey all the way to Southampton Central, including London Waterloo. So if they would go as far as Westbury, I could do that in a three-part video. Because then we could do this one to Bristol, then Bristol to Westbury, and then the third video we could do then from Westbury to Portsmouth. So I can make that all into one video with the technology we have out there now. But it would be nice to have. It'll never happen, but if it could, I would love to have a complete full UK map. It'd be a hell of a file, but will the game cope with it? I don't think it will, because it's quite an old game. If they made a new gaming engine which would support all of it, and we had the time and the resources to merge all of it together, it'd be one hell of a simulator. If they could do it like Flight Simulator, then it would be worth the money. And there's the Carmarthen service from Carmarthen to Paddington, just arriving now on platform 1. As soon as he's clear, we will be okay to proceed. Wait a minute. Let's check out the passenger view a minute. Yeah, also on this side. Make sure we got the headlights on. It's open. Headlights are on, lovely. Let's get my proper position on the view. Right, unfortunately I don't need the hub now because I am familiar with this route all the way to Bristol. Is it? Yeah, it is quite warm in my office tonight. According to my one fan that's spinning around, they tell me the temperature in my office is 31, so it's quite warm. Might have to. I've got the cover off my computer so that doesn't get too hot. I've got my big fan above my head spinning around now, and I've got my tower fan over there, and I've got my mini fan which is just down by there, which is blowing up here. So hopefully I can get a little bit more cooler. Yeah, this scenario was set back in 2006. I know this train has never been around this area, but I thought, well, gotta be done. And of course, I don't get to drive the 185 that many times. I would love to see one down in Newport. I know everyone says they're not the best, but I like them. After having a ride on one from Stockport all the way to Doncaster just before the pandemic first started, and I actually got my chance to go up there, and to go on this was absolutely amazing. They don't half shift in real life. Right, so as we were here, we were talking, there was a 142 that went up, which unfortunately there were no more of them around at the minute on the UK main line. Most of them have been scrapped or preserved, but I know Great Western still have 3 143s, which are 17, 18 and 19 according to the 2022 books. I don't know if they'll ever run again, but they were lovely trains years ago, the old buses. And of course they got rid of half of their trains, and then now they're crying out for stock. So we do have some new 321s. Sorry, 231s. 2 sets arrived in Cardiff about 3 weeks ago now. We are due some new ones to be delivered soon. We do have the 230s which are running on test up between Crewe and Wrexham at the minute. Oh, we've got the doors, and we've got the lights. And we do have the new 192s from the CAF, which are being built in, which are basically built abroad and assembled in Newport. Right, there's a cross-country service from Nottingham approaching platform 4B. Right, off we go. Maximum speed at the station is, well, it is 20 miles an hour, but as we go down the slope it is down to 15, and then we go up to 20, then up to 40, then up to 75, and then as we pass Wentloo by Marshfield we go up to 95, and then drop back down to 75 and 60 in towards Newport. Average journey time from Cardiff Central to Newport is normally about 12 to 15 minutes, depending on the driver. Okay, we're now up to 10 miles an hour at the minute as we leave Cardiff, and we'll be travelling all the way on the down main. Now we have a 70 coal service from Avonmouth going to Barry Docks, and we have a 143 on his way to Penarth. And we have a class 150/2 from Exeter St David's going to Cardiff Central. Okay, so we're not overspeeding. And now we got there's a 150 on his way to Cardiff Bay on the Cardiff Queen Street to Cardiff Bay local. So it should be up to 20 miles an hour now. And as soon as we clear this bridge, we'll be clear for 40. So once we reach the lights and pass green, we should be clear to accelerate to 40. Clear to 40. Yep. Same. Diving, the phone goes. Typical. Messaged you earlier and it's taking you this long to reply. Mess, phone off. I'm driving now so I can't answer the phone. Okay, we're up to 30 miles an hour now. We're in notch 1 at a minute and just coast. Okay people, can I have a sound check on the game sound and myself please?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Did I ask you, Google? No, I didn't.
The mic's off.
Okay, just over 40, so we're coast now. Clear 75 once we pass the signal. We got the board there for 75, but until I pass the signal, I know I can accelerate to 75. If not, the TPS will be telling me off. Clear. Go first. Off we go. Next speed increase will be 95 by Wentlow. Freightliner depot, which is Marshfield. Yes, this train is capable of doing 100 miles an hour, but I have experimented with this train, it will do over 100. We're just passing Pengham sidings. With majority of trains from Cardiff docks. Park up the side there. We do see a couple of GBRFs coming down now and again, which is very rare. When testing this scenario, I did notice one problem. When we were going through 7 Zone Junction, instead of going on the down, it programmed us to go on the up. So hopefully I've got that fixed, so we're actually going the correct line this time. Cruising at 70. As soon as this scenario is ready, and I believe it is ready for releasing, it will be available on my website at Chris's Gaming Channel. Details will be in the Facebook. I actually will do a video on YouTube, where the link for that will be in the description as well. Okay, so we're passing the Freightliner depot at Redloo, just outside of Marshfield, and we should be clear for 95 very soon. I haven't bothered checking the time because I believe we are on time. DST going off. Clear 95. Go for the 2 huts now for the 4-second home. Currently travelling at 88 miles an hour. Coming at 90 now. Here's the Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Swansea. Just passing us just outside of Marshfield. Okay, bring down to 75 now, because we are slowly on the approach now to Newport. So we are coming now, just passing through Dufferin. Where we go down now to a 75 past Alexander Junction. And then we come down to a 60 as we pass over Ever Junction, and then our slow approach into Newport, down to 30. cruise at 55 miles an hour. And I also believe Network Rail in the area. There might be some workers about. Just in case there's any track workers around. Okay, coming to a 60, just passing over Ever Junction now. On the right is Alexander Junction, or as we call it, ADJ, where most of the wagons and a couple of 66s are stored. And the majority of the stuff that comes from Newport Docks. Which is just those lines over the far corner on the right. Well, now just passing over Gay Junction. Now we come down to a 60. But we're now onto a 40, where we now head through the tunnels and arrive into Newport. And we have, looks like, a double yellow. So let's bring this train now down to 30. As we have a 20 mile an hour speed restriction going through Newport Platform 3. Cab lights on. Cruising at 20. Now a bit of time. Yep, we're supposed to be there at 9:44. We are 3 minutes early. Lovely. I think we got a red. Can't quite see from here, it's quite far away. Better bring it down just in case. Actually, looks like we got a single yellow, but I can't quite pick it out. Yeah, single yellow. Red is for the down line. As they sometimes use both lines. Oh, we come to a stop. Bit too hard on the brakes then. Had to be on the safe side and make sure it wasn't a red. I don't want to spam today if I can help it. Cab lights off. Now we arrive into Newport and we're on platform 3. We are a bit early because the 175 from Manchester Piccadilly to Carmarthen is on the platform. And we have a track machine on platform 4. And the Tesco's train hasn't gone down yet. Carmarthen service just leaving. Just going under the correct position we stop. I think it's just the other side of this bridge. Yeah, a bit farther up. We are now at Newport. Yep, home sweet home for me. Oh, I think we'll wait a minute and just see these iconic diesels come through a minute. Train the neutral a minute. He has a red anyway, but yeah, still one of my favourite locomotives, the old 37s. We have got to get going, so oh, I get it now. They're just leaving. Oh, they actually sound. I just love our sound. Right, off we go. Our next station call is Filton Abbey Woods. God, I just love our sound now. I will do a 37 scenario again. If I do make another scenario for this route, I might actually use, could actually do a test train one with the 37s. I just love them. That's quite a length train as well. That's come from the Devonshire, just outside of Doncaster, but it's gone via Crewe and come down the Welsh Marshes line, which is a trip and a half. Okay, so maximum speed restriction outside here now is 20 miles an hour over the bridge. And as we come then to Maindy North and Maindy East, we go back to 40. There is the cement train from just outside of Plymouth. And they are shifting as well. Like I said, we start 20 to 30 miles an hour over the bridge. As we pass over Maindy West and Maindy East. We go up to 40 as we pass East Lusk. We stay at 40 till we get to Lamb and then 75 to 95, I believe. And it's 70 to 75 through Severn Tunnel, and it's 95 through the Severn Tunnel. Alright, so we should be clear to 40 in a minute. So we've seen one track machine. You do get about 3 or 4 normally going through Newport sometimes in one day, but majority of times you can always guarantee that you're leaving Newport going towards Bristol, and there's always one parked on this little siding just on the left. There's a service from Holyhead waiting for us to pass so we can make his way into platform 1. Okay, we're travelling exactly 30 miles an hour and we're in notch 1. So we're now clear to 40 as we pass the bridge. Oh, 75 now, my fault. 40 on the corner, 75 from here, and then 95 from East Lusk. There's about 4 different routes of this one out, and the speed restrictions are all different. Normally it's 40 from there, it's about halfway here, then it goes to 75, then halfway towards Lamb it goes to 95, so they're all different. We have a class 66 Freightliner which is ready to go to Morton-on-Thames, just outside of Hereford. So here's 75, let's go. I said our next station stop is Filton Abbey Woods. And then Bristol to Leeds. The scenario is about 60 minutes. So we're coming up to 70 now, and we're down to coast at 70. So those are my best mate, Johnny Boy, who just lives just around the corner from here, so I'll give him 2 toots while we pass as the turn into Lambourne Junction. Yeah, it's a good friend of mine, John. He just lives not far from the signal box, which he spends most of his time on that level crossing, which I do keep meaning to pop down and see him sometime. He does eventually pop his head to Newport now and again when I'm out there. But it would be nice to actually pop down the level crossing and see his big train set he's got going from his house to his garden as well. Right. Should be clear 95 in a minute. It's only a small little billboard in a minute. Nope, that's the 75 further down. There's the Taunton service just passing us. Yep, clear 95. Coast at 95 miles an hour. Hi John, how we doing? Whether he's watching tonight, I don't know. On the right of me, which diverts and does the flyover. So any freight train over that side will go around that lovely little loop, which I've actually done when they were electrifying this part of the line, and then cross over the bridge and then comes over on the left of us. And the same for that line as well, so one line will go over, and they'll both meet, one will come over this side. So as you can see now, the line will cross over, giving the freight loop. So allowing freight trains that need to go towards Bristol Way, that have come from Lambourne, can cross over the bridge without having to disrupt our express trains like I am now. Okay, so I've got to bring it down because we are coming down to a 75. And then we come down to a 70 going through 7 Tunnel Junction. Where my best mate Dave lives. 75. And the next one is 70. We're looking on time. Do we have a green? We do. There's another track machine just outside of Junction. That's 3 in total, seen today now. Sorry guys, I'm coughing and mad like this. So getting over this flu in a minute. Okay, so we're on 70 with the crossover. I have noticed a couple of times for being train spotting at the station that you do get a couple of parents bringing their kids down, so it's nice to sound the horn to let them know that you're coming. Because I don't really want to see a little kid run in front of one of these. Which I did see a parent that let a kid nearly get up. But 7 tunnel is now all fully security. You know, CCTV cameras on all the platforms watching us. Right, so towards the top right hand corner of me, we're just passing now, will be Caldecott train station, which is just up there now. And we sneak underneath now. So I'm going to bring the train down just a little bit now. And now we're going into the 7 tunnel, which we now go under the River Severn. So we are now entering that. Now the cab brakes on. As soon as I pass the first set of blue lights, we're then climbing. At the minute we are now on a down gradient. I think it's either the first or the second set of blue lights, because we are now slowly turning. Slowly going, banking right at the minute. Because everyone thinks the 7 tunnel is straight. No. We go straight for a little bit, and then we bank right about 180 degrees, and then it's straight forward, but then we're climbing on an upgrade. Because everyone thinks when they see some tunnels, they're all straight. No, they can be straight, they can be round, they can be on an angle. If you had to be a person that created tunnels and looked at all the obstacles and... yeah, I couldn't do it. Working out... go away. Two seconds. Sorry about that, guys. That's the whole reason I turned my bloody phone off, but I don't understand why the computer was letting it through. Right, so we passed the one set of blue lights. Right, now we're climbing. Back to full power, 95. little bit behind. There's the other service from Portsmouth Harbour, just passing us there. Okay, so we're now climbing slowly up towards now Patchway. So we'll be going through Patchway Tunnel in a minute and then climb a little bit further up to Patchway, where then we take the avoiding line going towards Filton, and the other line goes towards Bristol Parkway, Swindon and London Panton. Okay, so we got a double yellow. Come down in a minute now to A40 as we go through Patchway Station, as we cross over onto the avoiding line, and I think we do have a little bit of a wait just outside of Filton if the timetable I've created works. We should have to wait for 2 cross-country trains to pass over, one going to Glasgow, one going to Penzance, so fingers crossed I've got them nailed. That is the main key thing I need. And this train is very quick for stopping as well. Yeah, we should be on time. Okay, crossing over. Like I said, the line towards my left now goes to Bristol Parkway, and you can get services to go from there to Burnham New Street, Swindon and Reading, and of course London Panton. We're going to have a red signal in a minute. And if I got it right as well, there should be a 66 or 70 coming down. There it is. it. And we've got a green. Yep. Got the rework on that. They should be passing. I should be waiting. Okay, so we're approaching Filton Abbey Woods. I'm going to take a little quick break here, 2 seconds. So, so we are just approaching Filton Abbey Woods now. Okay, so I'll be here for approximately 4 minutes. Just needs a quick PMP. Right, 2 seconds, guys, and I'll be right back. Wait for this boy into the pass. Right, back in 2 secs. Right then guys, I'm back, sorry about that. Just need a quick break. Alright, so we're just leaving Filton Abbey Woods now. Our next station call will be Bristol Temple Meads. Like I said, this scenario is still a work in progress. So there's a couple more tweaks to do to it, so when I got the tweaks fixed and I test it again, I should release it. God. Cough's getting bloody worse and worse. God, sorry about guys. God. I hate being like this. I miss going out, I can't go down the pub, all I can do is just go to work. And I haven't drunk alcohol in about a week. So I'm kind of feeling it now, I can't have a drink at the moment, I'm taking tablets. Okay, so maximum line speed is 75. I'm going to try and grab one more scenario after this. We've done a 150, we've done a 185, I might do a 158 next. Before I go and watch Below Deck, before I get my head down ready for my 5:30 start tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's obviously not going that bad, isn't it? I just love where your mates just message you and say, are you out tonight? And say, no, I'm streaming, what's the link? You give them the name of the Facebook page, you tell them you're streaming live on Facebook, they're friends with you. All they gotta do is click on your profile and think, oh, he's live. Not just ask me for the link and then decide to disappear. Okay, so we're slowly descending now in towards Bristol. The line from the right comes from Sever Beach, as we are just passing through Stapleton Road. So we're bring the train down to a steady speed, as we are not far from Bristol Temple Meads. We're now passing through Stapleton Road. We're due to arrive onto platforms 11 and 12 at Bristol Temple Meads. Next station we'll be passing through in a minute will be Lawrence Hill, where we need to bring this train down to a 40. Down to 50. And we're just passing through Lawrence Hill now. Okay, the line going towards the left now goes towards Dr. David Junction. That line will go towards Bath Spa and also St. Philip's March HST depot. Or show, we'll refer it to that as HST depot. That's where the Castle classes and I believe a couple 166s are stored. The IETs are now stored just outside the Stoke Gippy. Unfortunately, nobody has created that for the route yet, the depot and the lines, but eventually I can see it happening. Okay, so we're now on the slow approach now into Bristol Temple Meads, where we terminate. We have a single yellow. Over there is the departmental cleaning spray train operated. Not only by DB, but it's done by Colas Rail on that one today. Right, so we are coming in now, and we have a red. So I'm going to request... Might have to request control to pass in a minute. Unless we're waiting for the HST, which is leaving, for us to cross over. So we'll crawl up to the signal very slow. I'm pretty sure that we do need to cross in his path. I don't want to come to a complete stop yet, just in case. Right, and he is now stopped there. I think I know why he is stopped there. Request to pass the signal of danger declined. Oh, denied. Not declined, denied. Well, one, I don't know what's gone wrong with that set. I'll have to get that looked into. This is why it's always good to have a work in progress and do a little dummy run first. And you've noticed the problems. My first thought is because you've got the HST behind us cross country, which should have gone before we crossed over Filton. I thought he might be waiting for him to clear, but no, he's changed platforms. So now we are now clear to go to Temple Meads, platform 11 and 12. So we need to look at that HST, the reason why he's doing that. So that's one issue. Two, I need to work out the timings a bit more quicker so we are held. Because when I've done the previous testing, we were actually held at that red signal, which is normally what happens when 1 hour trains go through there. But until somebody releases the latest update now of this route, where we now have the 4 lines, at the minute we still got the original 2, which I'm not knocking it, but it would be nice to... It is nice to drive on like the old types, but it is also nice to have 1 or 2 modern. Ugh. I've done all the coughing now and now I'm yawning. Okay, so we're now making our way into Bristol Meads at platform 11 and 12. So I've just got to try and remember where we stopped by. We normally come in on 9 and 10. And normally 8 or 7, but I know where we stop. Let's see it from here. And there's one train there we need to replace into Great Western Railways, not Regional Railway, so that's probably one of the boys having a little mess around. Stop. Doors in a second, right. Deactivate. Right then, that Was the working scenario complete? So I can take that down there a second. Right, so good work today, driver. Train will now reverse and head towards Portsmouth Harbour, and under the command of another driver. Okay, so let's just turn the game audio off now, so it's just me talking. So, like I said, a couple of mistakes I noticed on there. A couple of the AI timing, especially that one train leaving Temple Meads and going halfway the signal and then reversing back, so that's something that will have to be looked into. Like I said, those two cross countries, I need to get the timing right on those, so that we are held at our signals, they're both passing. And that freight train, I need to knock down a couple of seconds, so he's basically going underneath us while we're going over. Right, so we've got time for one more scenario. It's going to be a 158, I'm not sure what route. Let's have a look what we got to choose. There's so many routes on here, I haven't driven on in a while. It's just trying to find out which one to do. So I might actually go back to the Midland Main Line actually and do a Northern Rail. So you got 37s, but they're about only 70 to 80 minutes, that's too long. So you got 166, but I don't like the current sounds on the 166. To be honest, I prefer them on Train Sim World 2. There's a couple of freeware packs on there and they actually sound brilliant. Everyone has nagged AP for one, but AP won't do one because there's really not really many routes still use the 166s. You got the Cheltenham, you got the Great Western. That's basically it, I think. So yeah, 153, that's quite an old one, just trains. No, the main line is out. What else we got? Like I said, I got loads of routes and it's just really hard to pick one to drive. Just really speaking, the 158s I don't really drive, are basically on the normally Cardiff to Bristol. I don't want to drive back from Bristol now to Cardiff on the 158, and I've just done that one. Thing is, when you're playing these games, you don't want to keep doing the same routes and driving the same trains all the time, because one, it gets boring, and two, people think, oh, that route again, that train. Go on, you got anything else you can drive with? If not, we'll just do a quick drive otherwise. Yeah, actually we'll do that then. We'll do a quick drive, so we can drive any train on any route. Just gotta find the right train a second. It's quick drive, it's ideal. If you want a quick drive of the train, get used to it, but me, I do like scenarios because they are a bit fun to drive. And it gives you that actual driver experience that you're actually driving that particular service. Where the quick drive is just get in, start the train, off you go. Speed what you want, stop what stations you want. It's just basically from A to B. As you can see, we've got about 43 pages of trains to choose from. Could drive the 150/1. Could drive a 156. Got a 175 we could drive. I'll tell you what, I said I was going to do it. Let's drive a 37 light engine, shall we? We'll drive my old favourite Colas. I do like that one. Just something about the colours, the orange and the yellow. We'll just pick a random route. I'll tell you what, we'll drive from King's Lair to Ely. We'll do that for about, say about 14:22. We'll do it in summer. Right. This is just a quick drive of my favourite train. Right, good thing about the quick drive, there is no govern time. So while that's loading up, I've got the master key right by here. I'm just going to get a little drink from my fridge in my bar, my room, and we'll get 37 going. I'll hopefully get it fired up as well. Right, I'm on the Coke tonight, on the Coke Zero. I wish I could be on alcohol, but I'm on tablets. But there's always next time. There's always next time. I'm going to have a couple of sneaky drinks on the stream, which I'll try and get back into at some point. Alright, so I gotta remember. Fans are on full. I don't actually need the door panel for this one, because I don't really need it on, but I'm going to keep it on for the throttle. So now this is my most actual favourite engine. I just love going to galas, especially diesel galas, and there's a 37, got the ride on it. But I would really love a cab ride on one of these preservation railways. So if you know anyone that does operate one of these, the preservation railway, pass my details on to them. That's something I'd love to have a ride on, or even sit in the cab. Like I said, this is the demo route. This was created by, I forgot who now, but I still have the link for it. But this is now actually being added onto the ATS product, which is now actually available to buy, and you can drive all the way from King's Cross all the way to Kingsley via Cambridge and Ely. Right, so where's my master key? Let's fire this bad boy up. PWS is not set. Right. Sorry guys. I didn't know the game audio was off. Right. Let's reset that up. I won't put the DST on because I want to get a couple of videos outside the train. So headlights on. Lights on. Lovely. Right, I'm just going to move the train forward a minute. keep forgetting with the brakes for this one. There's a certain button you gotta press to release it, so I'm just gonna do this one. I keep it, because I don't really drive the 37 that much, I need to try and remember the key for it. So we're just gonna move the train up just a little bit, so you'll see what I mean now. I just love that. All that whininess is just A1. And again. It's just brilliant. This is what I just love about this engine. Right, so we'll bring it to a stop a minute. And I'll show you the map a minute. So that's where we're going to. And we're currently here. So we're going to travel all the way down this little bit of a single section. All the way down here until we come to the double section. So we stay double for the majority of it down by here. And then we go back into another single section. So we're going to a little bit of a single, then back into another double section, where we then stay in double, all the way when we cross over into there, in towards Ely. So if you're going back down this way, my screen's not showing. If you're going down towards this way, you'll be heading back towards Peterborough. But if you keep on going towards this way, you'll go down towards Cambridge, and then eventually make your way to London King's Cross. So let's go back to our location. Right, now let's make our way. So let's make some noise. Take a little bit of power. Do a little bit of crawl out slow. As you can hear, we're going. Taking over, yes. Full crust. That lovely wininess as we're leaving, and then coast. The wheeziness of it dying down. Brilliant. My favourite part. We are actually over speeding, but it's only a quick drive, so I'm not really gonna mind on that one. Let's have a look at my drink. Hear the whininess starting. You know we're in 50% throttle. Back to 25. As soon as we clear the 70, I'm going to let this train rip. So I'm going to stay in the cabin until we reach the 70. And I think get back inside and we'll go on full thrust again. The old bell noise of the old AWS. Turn on. Nope. Better register this. O W. Let route control know that we're travelling as a light engine code. Oscar Whiskey 87. I love the sound of the 37 horn. One train I would love to have a little drive on. I don't mind if I had to pay £200 on the preservation railway to have a little drive. If it's only for 5 minutes, I'd pay it. Yeah, we need to clear the 70. Right. And we clear the 70, so in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's let it rip. Full thrust. So yes. Sound of that. Going 90 in a minute. Your 4-second horn. And you can't really use the horn that much now on the railway lines, as neighbours do complain, and there are a lot of train spotters expecting every train to pass them to get the old horn. Which doesn't always work. Are we cleared 90 or we gotta stay 75? Nope, we are cleared at 90. Area code 79. That doesn't work, so we can't do it. According to there, we should be there for 3 o'clock. Bear in mind that is about 25 minutes away, but if we keep up the full speed as we are, that's the only thing with playing Train Simulator. There's a little clock down there that says ETA on. Now some scenarios says you'll be there exactly at 14:45, and then you get closer and then it jumps to 13:51 again. That's the only thing that happens with scenarios now and again. You've got to get right. Is if it says you're supposed to be there for this time and you get there earlier, then you know there's a bug in the scenario. And somebody's going to download the scenario and going, oh, what's in the bug? What's all that about? Don't know. It was working fine when I had it, so it's little things like that you've got to get right. Keep forgetting about the level crossings on a single line, you've got to sound the horn. Even though there's no horn warnings up there. And we're just over. Which I never thought we would be. Oh, we've got 75 coming up now. There's me getting distracted and talking about problem scenarios. Now on. So we got a 75 coming up, followed by a 60. We come into the first lot of double lines. Normally these are used for passing points. Is we're coming down, there's another service due to go up. Down the horn because we've got them crossing in front. So we'll be on double line now just for a little bit and then we're back to single line. I've activated the DSD because we will be staying in the cab now for a bit. If I do decide to go to the cab, I will disable it. Still got 29 temperature in the bedroom. Bedroom doors open, the windows are open, the 2 fans are on. Still got the furnace in here. Let's crank it back up a bit. 850 RPM. Just under 10,000 AMPS. Trying to get the RMP and the APS. They see it the same, they're dropping. Holding at 558 APMS and 49 RMP. If I drop now, we come down to a 50. We'll coast now, and we should basically lose a little bit of speed without me having to apply the brakes. We'll crossing this in there. Like I said, this is only a demo version when it come out, so the proper version will probably have all things. Area code 80, area code 78. Of course, we haven't got the route indicator machine on. If we did, we could use it, which is something I need to learn. So there was 50 and a 40 coming up, so I need to drop my lovely 37 down to a very low speed. ADRS warning. So we don't completely stall. It's time for bed in a minute. So we've done some driving today. Okay, coming into a 50 zone now. Need to get this down to under 40, past the station and back up to 75. According to the ETA, we are... Activate that. We're currently 90 minutes away from Ely. And the frame rates have started to show. That's the thing with this game now and again. Is trying to get the right graphic card settings for the right route. As is, if there's too many assets, you'll get a lot of freezing. Okay, under 40. Okay, GRMS has changed to 430.2. Unfortunately, we don't have one of them. We have the GSMR. Another crossing. And now we go back to single line, where we're now back up to 75. Single crossing ahead again. As soon as we clear the crossing, up to full. Radio code 76. Here we go. Back up to 75. Miles away from Ely, ETA 1439.34. Speed increase up to 90 coming soon. Right, so we're just coast now. Trying to know how many crossings are on this route as well. Everything's going off now. You'll notice as well now and again when you drive certain trains like this, as you can see the dirt that comes on the windowsills, which is a nice effect. Probably from all the smoke I just used. Sorry guys. Got distracted by the household. Okay, so we're nearly up to 90. Full power. By the time we get to 75, we'll be in the 90 zone anyway. Okay, this is 90 for us and 75 for freight. Even though we are a freight engine, but it's not classing us as freight. Real guy in the corner hiding there. As you can see, the ETA has just gone down a little bit now. It says over there 14:58:46. As we're getting closer, we're now 11 miles away from Ely, which is another station I do have to venture to one day as soon as COVID decides to go on to one. Shifty around the road. Can't remember where I put him. 9 miles away from Ely. Problem is, most of these lines are either busy or they're quite quiet. And all you want is some random person thinking, oh, I'll take the car across here. No trains come in, all of a sudden, ding dang do, boom boom, here we go. The ETA has gone down now to 14:57.57. It's probably going to go up now because we slowed down a bit. I just passed in a neutral section which doesn't apply to me because I'm not electric, I'm diesel. And we cross back onto double lines. Eventually I will buy this full route where I can drive all the way from Cambridge to Kingslear, and I'll probably get this train on the front or on the back, and maybe as a test train, and then we can do Cambridge to Kingslear there and back with the test train, Network Rail test train. Good scenario, I reckon that'll be. once we clear the corner, we'll put the throttle back on. Right, let's go. 5 miles away. Code 74. It's the amount of time and effort that goes into making the scenery on these roads, which are very impressive to see. Motors have kicked in then. Coasting now, we're dropping a bit. Coming into a 16 followed by a 50. It's probably going to cross over onto the main line now. Yeah, 60, 50 and 60. Yeah, not far from 80 now. 3.1 miles. Okay, we're under 50. So we'll coast a little bit just in case we might have a red signal. You never know. I know it's quick drive, but it can just throw you an orange, I mean a yellow or red. And we've got 35 on the way into Ely. Coming into the 50 now. Coming into the 60, no, we got the 50 sign. Coming into the 60 now. Yep, Ely is on the map. And now we're just over slightly. There we go, we're coming onto the line now, which comes from Peterborough. Bus service from Liverpool Street. Going to Ipswich via Peterborough. Right, so we won't be using the throttle anymore now, as we are now walking down to 35. So we'll take the DSD off, so we no longer need it, because we are now nice and vigilant. Now we come into a 35 as we come into Ely at Main. So let's bring it down slowly. directly into Ely platform 2. Okay, we're under 35. Okay. Approaching Ely. Like I said, which is a station I do have to visit at some point. As I have been told, it is a major terminus for freight. And here we are, the end of our quick drive at Ely. Normally they do use a engine like this on some routes, normally for route learning or route training. Right then guys, that was 3 scenarios done. 1 normal, a couple of failures at the beginning due to the PVC probably not working. The second scenario, which is a work in progress, which I'm currently creating, that's gone down okay, a couple of mistakes. And now a quick drive with my favourite 37. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow night, I say about 6-7 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook with Euro Truck 2. Euro Truck Simulator 2, so I will be back driving my Spar lorry. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.